Hello everyone, and welcome back to my review channel. Today I'm going to be doing another horror movie. It's going to be Demonic Toys 2, edited from this 8 movie pack. It has a bunch of really bad movies on it. But I'm going to be doing Demonic Toys 2. You can see that down there with Evil Bong 2, which I've already done. But Demonic Toys 2. There you go. Check that out. When we're doing this movie, this is the sequel to the first Demonic Toys, obviously. I will say there's been other Demonic Toys 2, Demonic Toys movies, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, Doll Man versus Demonic Toys, and none of them no one respects those as sequels to Demonic Toys, except for this one. I guess they consider this the only sequel to Demonic Toys. I have a little problem with that because they had other movies Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys first, and before that it was Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. I have that one, and I consider that a sequel to it because it actually had the original players that was in the first Demonic Toys movie, basically the chick cop, and in that movie. It also involved another movie called Bad Channels. I think I mentioned this before, which it had a Doll Man, which is one movie, Demonic Toys, which is another movie, and Bad Channels, which this chick was in to be Doll Man's girlfriend. So that was 3 movies in one, or a bunch of characters from 3 different movies. This Demonic Toys 2 actually involves people from another movie called Hideous. I haven't seen this movie yet. I haven't seen Hideous yet. I've been wanting to for years, but I just haven't been able to watch it or find it, get it in my hands to watch this. But find out that this actually involves another Full Moon Features production, whatever you want to call it, their line of other characters from other horror movies. So still, Demonic Toys 2 also involves another movie called from characters, or a character from the movie Hideous. Anyways, let's start this. Demonic Toys 2, 2010, 80 minutes long. International Movie Database gave this a 3.9. Rotten Tomatoes obviously didn't have it rated. You're starting to get this feel of Rotten Tomatoes. This is what they do. And only 15% of the audience actually liked it themselves. Director William Butler. He's done other Full Moon features like Ginger Dead Man 1 and 2. It's funny because he also has done Disney Channel TV series stuff. I've looked this up, and Full Moon Productions or features, whatever you want to call it, they're based in California, where a bunch of all this other stuff, movies and stuff's going down. So it's just funny to see this guy who directs horror films, B-movie horror films, but also just swatch places that does some Disney Channel stuff. Very weird. Let me see. I will also should be mentioned that the voice of Baby Oopsie Daisy is done by Jane Weedlin. Hope I'm not butchering that, but she's one of the chicks from back in the day glam rock group The Go-Go's. Yeah. So there we go. Let me see. The movie begins, and it begins with the events directly after the events of what happened with the first film, Demonic Toys. So right after they got killed. It shows an unknown person with rubber gloves on their hands, putting the dolls back together and sewing up Baby Oopsie Daisy and Jack Attack. That's the only 2 they could, or whatever this person could do. Only 2 they could put together. Now it goes to zooms over to Italy, where these 2 people were waiting outside this castle for someone to pull up. Professor Butterfield and an assistant chick who watches over the castle's caretaker is Caitlin. They're waiting outside the castle for this people to show up, which turns out to be Dr. Lorca. He is the sole survivor or whatever. He's the survivor from the Hideous film. So he has something to do with the dolls. Basically, he gets out of the car. His fiance or new fiance or whatever gets out of the car. Then her stepson gets out, and also a young bagman, the baggage man. And oh yeah, and Lilith. There's this psychic / sensitive chick called Lilith that gets out. They're all here. Baggage guy, you see him fumble with the crate and out like falls like baby oopsie daisy. Basically, Dr. Lorca is a collector of like oddities. And they're there at the castle to see this one other piece. In Italy. So, let me see. Caitlin invites them all in, lets them go. They all go in. For her to show her what's in for her to show them, Dr. Lorca and everybody, what she has. And it's basically, she takes them to this dining room. On the table is a box. She opens up the box. You find a doll. She taps on the doll box like 3 times, and the doll like moves on its own. Bagman runs inside real quick to where they're at and says, "Hey, your car's gone. Someone stole the cars." They leave, leaving Lilith there by herself. She goes on and touches the doll and sees like sees visions of like, I don't know, murder or something. It's the best guess. Frightens her a little bit. Caitlin, they don't know where the cars went. They're gone. Caitlin says that they could spend the night there if they want. The doll's name is Diboletto, and he comes to life, and he runs out to revive baby Oopsie Daisy and Jack Attack. Meanwhile, the fiance and the bagman, who are now like you pretty much know they're together. They're intimate. Like they have they hatch a plan to steal the priceless doll and steal for themselves for all the money and cash. So it's just like the fiance to Dr. Lorca and the bagman are like really having an affair or whatever. Later, this is the first like really stupid part. So the bagman is walking down to switch the dolls. Like he has an exact replica of the doll, and he goes out down the hallway to switch them, and he's being watched by the other 3 dolls. That means actually he's being watched by Baby Oopsie Daisy, Jack Attack, and Diboletto. So you see something like they walk through the hall. And then when he gets to the room, there's no really time has passed, but he gets to the room where he needs to switch, and Diboletto's like already there on the box. And I just had to question that really hard. I'd be like, okay, so they're all watching the bagman, and then like no time passes. He gets to the room, and the doll's like already in there, in the box, waiting for him. I was just like, come on, man. Let one other scene go by. The least say time has passed where the dolls could get in there faster than he could. It was just stupid. Next terrible thing in this almost basically the same scene is when they kill him. Obviously, they kill him in this room. When he switches them off real quick, the real Diboletto like escapes and moves and he traps him inside this room. They kill him. It's basically a terrible money shot with like the killing with this shot. I'll mention it more to the end of the film. But basically, it was a bad money kill shot. It lasted a second. It was stupid. Like stabs him in the foot. It was stupid. Anyways, later on that night, Lilith wants to perform a seance that night. So she goes ahead and grabs the doll, but she can't get a read on the doll because she doesn't know it's fake yet. Then she gets possessed by the one-time owner of the castle, who has been mentioned before. Her pictures or paintings is all over the paintings of her or for what she has done. Her name is Empress Fiora Borisov. And she gets Empress Fiona gets or possesses Lilith. Right now, it's just like Lilith at the table by herself. Back up to where Professor Butterfield is at. He's getting ready for bed. 3 dolls come in and kill him in his room. Again, terrible kill shot here. It's just stupid. Terrible CGI. Now, back at the seance, again, another terrible shot here. Back at the seance, people show up where she invited everybody. And the table's already there, set up with the perfect amount of chairs of people who needs to come in. Like, they don't expect the professor or the fiance or the bagman to come back. It's just like, how stupid do you not think about that as a director? It's just like, okay, you set up a scene where no one can question it. And that's all I have is questions. Like, okay, you already have you have a group of like 3 more people, but you already have a table set up for just the 3 that's there. 3 extra that's there, total 4. And that's stupid, man. You have the exact already amount of chairs ready because you know no one else is coming. That's messed up because only the director should know no one else is coming right now. Stupid. Anyways. And while at the seance is happening, the Empress's Fiona's voice comes she comes out of Lilith, speaking while in the seance, like, don't touch anything, leave, yada, yada, yada. The 3 dolls watch on while this is happening. Lilith does this weird, while being possessed as the Empress, does this weird little temptress dance on the table, and then collapses, and they immediately try to wake her up. She says that the doll is fake, and all of a sudden, out pops baby Oopsie Daisy. Again, next terrible shot here. Another just bad gore shot gone terribly wrong. Baby Oopsie Daisy stabs through the hand of the stepson's hand, and he pulls back, like, first of all, terrible CGI again. Only lasts a moment. Terrible CGI, only lasts a moment. He pulls back the hand, and you see just a little blood, but no open wound. He just it shows the CGI, I had to pause it to see it. Stabs through his hand with this big-ass knife. Like, that's how wide it's a knife. You stab through it, you're gonna have a big hole right there. No, he just pulls back. He, pulls back like this, where you see all the open. There's nothing there except, like, a splash of blood. It's stupid. So he, again, pulls back his hand. Bad, stupid gore. I mean, pathetic gore. Not up to par with anything else that I've seen that good of Full Moon features. Let me see. Meanwhile, while this is happening in this room, the fiance, Dr. Lorca's fiance, is left in her room. She didn't want to go to this seance. She leaves her room to go looking for her boyfriend, the bagman. She enters the room where he I guess he got killed in, but finds a bunch of jewels in there and boxes. She opens one box and out pops Jack Attack, of course, doing the classic, I'm going to bite the cheek off of you. I'm going to bite the cheek. That's classic Jack Attack. That was probably the one good thing I popped at in this whole flippin' movie, was like that classic maneuver. Back in the diner room, baby Oopsie Daisy, David Leto try to corner Caitlin. Dr. Lorca, Lilith, and the stepson. Caitlin grabs something heavy, smashes, David Leto over the head with it, and Dr. Lorca just suddenly breaks out a small pistol, 2-shotter it looks like, and just blasts baby Oopsie Daisy, and they run away. I swear to God, this is basically, that could have been the end of the movie right there. That could have ended it. No one does this in their movies, like in Child's Play, in the Puppet Masters, Demonic Toys. In these little puppet movies, no one thinks that they're puppets. They're just little puppets, people. And no one wants to, like, rear up and kick them. And, you actually, like, this chick actually did something. It was a dumb scene, though. I have to admit that. It was a dumb scene. Way he like, shot it. It's like she leaves the scene and comes back, like, with, like, a rock or something. And it was just kind of dumb, but, that could have been the end of the movie. If anybody actually thought about this, a movie like this could end, or any puppet movie could end in like 20 minutes. I mean, come on. Anyways, that doesn't matter because it's a horror movie and it's all good anyway. Anyway, she picks it up, this heavy little thing, smashes David Leto. Dr. Lorca breaks out a gun and shoots baby Oopsie Daisy. They run out the door. Just right outside the hallway or whatever, Dr. Lorca threatens everyone with his gun, saying you better help them get the dolls because they could be worth a lot of money. He gets punched by the stepson, knocked out for like a minute, and the stepson takes the gun. So now them three can escape. Caitlin, the stepson, and Lilith. So now they're on the run. Them three are on the run down the hallway, and they run into the fiance to Dr. Lorca, who, like, again, another terrible scene. I'm going to say them all every time they pop up, where you know she just got attacked by Jack Attack. she just got attacked by Jack, and her cheek should be like all like off and everything or anything. This was such a bad scene where they didn't even shoot it to the side where her damaged cheek was. They shot it to like this side when they should have shot the other side, where it shows like basically it showed absolutely nothing. Like she could have had no makeup on with her cheek being bloody, and it wouldn't have mattered because it didn't show a damn thing. It did not show a damn thing. It was the dumbest scene. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna have any gore, you better show it. That's the point of these horror movies. I don't care if it's the stupidest blood off the damn cheek. It's still gore. Anyways, the moment they actually see the cheek, it's such a stupid prosthetic, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth seeing. It was so stupid of a prosthetic on her cheek. Let me see. The fiance fights or tussles over the gun with the stepson, and she gets shot by the gun herself over the tussle and falls down dead, and that's when you get to see like the bad prosthetic of the cheek. Dr. Lorca just gets up from being knocked out for a moment. He chases after the kids of Lilith. He runs into a room filled with all these old-ass torture devices or whatever, and he gets killed by baby Oopsie Daisy. So there you go. There's the ending of that, like, whole Hideous film. Like, if they could make I think they want to make a sequel to Hideous, but it's not going to involve this guy. It's not going to involve the survivor to the first movie. He had, like, a big scar on his face, too. I should have mentioned that earlier in the beginning of the review, but he has a big scar on his face from, like, the ending from surviving Hideous movie. So, something about that. And they mention it in this film a little bit. So, I think that's really cool. Not much. They don't listen much. They don't mention much of it, but just a little bit. Let me see. Now, for some reason, this is another dumb part. They all decide to run down the stairs, but they run down the stairs to the damn dungeon part. No one decides to go outside. Why? Just, it's not like they don't know where the door's at. It's just stupid to think of a scene. It's like, okay, let's find what we're going. We still have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to blow. We have to do something. Okay, let's have them run down to the dungeon because they're trying to leave. So let's run down to the basement where there's no was a dead end. Great script work. Now, obviously they get cornered by the three dolls. Caitlin bites off the nose of Jack Attack. Lilith gets possessed by Empress Fiona, which gives her like super strength to smash the face of Diva Leto. The stepson comes and smashes the skull of Diva Leto all open, which then like this purple orbs, plasma stuff comes out, escapes to this old well that's down there too, and then out pops a demon from the well. It goes straight for Lilith and pulls out the soul of what you can only guess to be Empress Fiona, because it was just like another orb itself. It didn't really say. While that happens, the stepson takes a shovel and just lops the head off Jack Attack and baby Oopsie Daisy. So there's that. That was pretty anticlimactic into that crap. And it takes the soul of the demon takes the soul of Empress Fiona down to the cell with her, which you can or the well, where you can only think to be like hell or something. well, sell, hell, bell. I don't know. Anyways, and it ends like this. Basically, they all three survive. They're outside the castle. They're leaving. And for some reason, the stepson is packing the dolls inside of this crate to take with them. That's exactly what I'd want to do. Priceless or not, I'd want to take the dolls that try to kill me, that could potentially kill me again, with me. I want to take them with me. Okay, that's how it ends. I want to end it with this. This movie was terrible. Don't watch. I'm just gonna say it. Like, for Full Moon Features, don't even watch it. You have better Full Moon Features movie out there. I think they absolutely ruined this film. This guy, William Butler, director / writer of this film, they just wanted to. Charles Band, I guess, just didn't care what the hell this guy wrote to him. He was like, yeah, let's do it. You have somewhat of an okay script. Somewhat of an okay script here. You might as well direct it. Come on. You gave this guy money to give you a shitty sequel to one of the best franchises you have had. And I'm not you could have done this with Demonic Toys, you could have done with what you did with Puppet Master, and you base every time you're not happy with the sequel you have, and then you put out a shittiest sequel I've ever seen. This guy, terrible. He directed terrible money shots. When you watch a horror gore film, you pay for the killing moments, the gore, the blood, the splatter, the intensity. None of that. And there was lacking of money shots, kill scenes. The CGI was downright terrible. I've seen just as good CGI off Sci-Fi Channel straight to movie classics. Don't even go there. Okay, this guy, and when it did happen was when the bad CGI, when it climacted where bad CGI fell head to head with a terrible money shot, a kill scene. It was just like, let's poop on this whole film. Let's just pull down our pants, take off the film's helmet, poop in the helmet, and put the helmet back on the film. That's what it felt like to me. Like I'm watching something that could have been so much better if they gave a shit. Also the fact that, like, they had an old school Puppet Master feel to this film when the dolls ran around. I hated the fact, ever since the 80s, when they made Puppet Master and a damn puppet would run by your feet and no one would see it. This flippin' doll runs right by one of the main characters, Professor Butterfield, who's like, oh, I don't know, 5 foot on a good day. I don't know. He's short, and they made this doll run right past him like it's 2 inches tall, and no one's going to see this thing run past. Screw you. The doll's like 2.5 feet, and you're not going to say someone's going to see him run by. I hate that, dude. It's the new millennia. It's a 2010 film. Stop playing old school Puppet Master on me. I hated it then. It was good then. I hated it, but it was good then. Not now. Don't pull that shit on us. All in all, don't even waste your time. Waste your time if you have nothing else to do and you want to see a sequel to a movie that you actually like. Don't even do that. This would ruin it. I would laugh if I was with friends and watching this movie with people. I'd laugh. I laugh at these parts. Some of these parts of this movie was laughable, not worth seeing, not worth. I mean, this was like barely $5 for me for watch like 8 movies, and trust me, Evil Bong and Demonic Toys 2 are the only 2 good movies on here. And after watching Demonic Toys 2, King Bong is the only good movie on here. Guarantee you. Don't. But anyways, that's it. I wouldn't even say. I don't even want to say you should watch this movie. Rent it if there's nothing else to rent. Like, it would just ruin it for me. I'll watch Demonic Toys versus Dollman again, or I'll watch Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, which I haven't seen that. But I'd watch that. definitely watch that because I haven't seen it. But I'd watch the other one, Dollman vs. Demonic Toys, any day over this. Anyway, that's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. I think I like Demonic Toys a lot, and I think they shat on it, and, you know, it's no way to do. Anyways, there we go. That's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to say, because it wouldn't be good anyway. Wouldn't be nothing good to say. But there you go. I'll see you guys again soon with another movie review. Thank you guys. You have a great day, and thank you for watching.